Title: A Declaration of Goodbye to Laziness. There comes a moment in life when silence becomes too heavy, and in that stillness, a quiet voice rises from the within. Today, that voice is mine, and it speaks with clarity. I am done being lazy. I'm no longer making excuses for what I know I must do. This is my personal declaration, my farewell letter to laziness. For too long I have watched my dreams gather dust on the shelves of hesitation. I have postponed my goals for tomorrow and then tomorrow again, only to find that time slips away faster than I had imagined. Procrastination has become a thief in my life, stealing not only hours but also the sense of pride that comes from effort and progress. But no more laziness. You once disguised yourself as comfort. You whispered to me that rest was deserved, even when I haven't earned it. You told me to wait, to delay, to slow down. And I listened. I welcomed you into my life and let you stay too long. But you were never a friend. You were a shadow, keeping me from the light of my full potential. I have missed opportunities because of you. I have settled for less, not because I wasn't capable, but because I allowed your weight to hold me down. I have envied the discipline of others while secretly knowing that I too could rise if only I stopped listening to you. So today I choose action over avoidance. I choose discipline over distraction. I choose the path that may be difficult but is rewarding. I will no longer hide behind the comfort of idleness. I will face discomfort, fatigue, and challenge not as enemies, but as allies that purge strength and character. This journey will not be perfect. I will stumble. I may be tempted to retreat, but I will not surrender. My goals are not decorations. They are destinations, and I'm building the road with each committee step. I will wake earlier. I will move with purpose. I will speak words that match my actions. I will keep promises to myself, especially when no one is watching. That is where transformation truly begins, in the quiet moments of self respect. Goodbye, Regines. Your place in my life is now vacant, and I will not invite you back. In your absence, I will create, I will go, and I will rise, not perfectly, but persistently. This is the beginning of a new chapter, one written not in idle hopes but in daily deeds. And one day, when I look back, I will thank this moment, the day I declared my freedom from you. Title: A Declaration of Goodbye to Restlessness. Part 2: The Rising. When I first said goodbye to restlessness, I thought the hardest part was over. I believed that once I made the decision, the rest would unfold naturally, but I was wrong. The real battle began the very next day. You see, restlessness doesn't just vanish with a single declaration. It lingers in the small moments, the snooze button in the morning, the silent urge to scroll endlessly, the tempting thought that maybe tomorrow is better. And each of these tiny temptations tests my resolve. But here's the truth I've come to learn. Real change doesn't come from a single bold promise. It comes from 1,000 quiet choices made when no one is watching. There are mornings when I still struggle. My body wants that rest. My mind wants escape. But now something has shifted. I no longer see discomfort as an enemy, but as a signal that I'm growing. I've started to value the work that isn't glamorous, the effort that no one applauds, because I know now that greatness is built in solitude, not in the spotlight. Restlessness knocks on my door from time to time. It shows up dressed at just 5 more minutes, or you deserve a break. But I don't answer as quickly anymore. I pause. I remember why I started. I remember that My future is being shaped by what I do today. Even the smallest actions, every time I choose to move forward, I win not against someone else, but against the version of me that wanted to stay the same. This journey has taught me that motivation is a spark, but discipline is the fire that sustains. I don't need to feel like it, I just need to begin. Some days I take big leaps, other days I take small steps, but I keep moving. I've discovered the secret. The more I show up for myself, the stronger I become. I don't need permission, applause, or even results right away. I just need the courage to keep going. Restlessness may have once been my default setting, but now effort is becoming my habit. Consistency is becoming my language, and self-respect is becoming my reward. This is not just a pace, it's a transformation. I'm not chasing perfection, I'm chasing presence. I am running to be fully engaged in this moment, to give my best, even when it's hard, even when it's quiet. To those still fighting their own battles with restlessness, I see you, I've been there, and I promise you this: every moment you choose action, you rewrite your story. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is built with breaths of small, consistent effort. So here I'm again, not with a grand farewell, but with a renewed vow. Restlessness may return, but I'll make it welcome. My life is too precious to be spent on pause. I choose to be free, one bold, disciplined day at a time. Title: A Declaration of Goodbye to Restlessness. Part 3: The Restoration of the Soul. It's been a while since I declared my goodbye to restlessness. The first time it was quite a awakening. The second time it was a promise to keep working even when the road got hard. And now, this time, it is something deeper. It is not just about letting go of restlessness. It is about rebuilding what is stored from me. It is about the restoration of my soul, because restlessness does more than waste time. It slowly corrodes self-worth. It takes the vibrant energy of life and replaces it with numbness. It convinces you that you are always tired, always behind, always incapable of more, and when you rest long enough, you begin to believe it. I believed it. I spent days in a fog, scrolling endlessly, waiting for motivation to fall from the sky, making plans I never kept. I told myself I changed soon, and that lie became a lullaby I sang to silence my guilt. But underneath it all, I was grieving not for the time lost, but for the person I was meant to become, the person I abandoned every time I chose comfort over courage. But something in me refused to die. A small, stubborn voice kept whispering, "You are more than this." I didn't always listen, but it never gave up. And now, after choosing again and again to rise, I am finally starting to hear it clearly. This journey isn't just about productivity. It's not about checking boxes or achieving more. It's about healing the part of me that forgot how capable I am. It's about honoring my life by showing up for it fully. It's about facing the fear that maybe I'm not good enough and proving it wrong by doing the work anyway. You see, restlessness was never just about being tired. It was a mask for fear, fear of failure, fear of effort without reward, fear of standing out, fear of becoming someone better and not knowing how to handle it. But now I understand courage is the absence of fear. It's doing what needs to be done despite it. And so I rise not in a blaze of perfection, but in the quiet rhythm of routine. I rise with the sun even when I'd rather stay in bed. I rise to pace a hard conversation, to sit with my discomfort, to put in the effort that no one sees, but I will always feel. I rise for the version of myself that still believes in something greater. With each passing day, I reclaim what resonates, try to bury my dreams, my integrity, my fire. I'm not trying to impress anyone. I'm trying to become someone I can respect when I'm alone with my thoughts. There will still be days when I pull back, days when the weight feels too much, for I no longer fear them. Because falling is failure, quitting is, and I have no intention of quitting. Restlessness may knock again, but I have changed the rocks in its place. I welcome discipline, intention, and grace. I welcome the kind of apple that builds character, not ego, the kind of life that is lived on purpose, not on autopilot. This is my thought declaration, not a goodbye to a habit, but a reunion with my true self. I will continue to fight, to rise, to build, to dream, not in support of inspiration, but in the steady beat of daily decisions. And one day, when I look back, I won't just see what I've done, I'll see who I become. That will be my reward. That will be the proof that saying goodbye to redness was never about loss. It was about reclaiming everything I was always meant to be. Title or Declaration of Goodbye to Redness Part 4. The True Meaning of Freedom. At first, I thought freedom was the ability to do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. I thought it meant choosing comfort, avoiding pressure, escaping from the hard things. I saw restlessness as a kind of freedom, a way to live without stress, without expectations, without demand. But I was strong, but I was wrong. There wasn't freedom. There was a quiet prison built by excuses and rocked with fear. A prison where I was both the prisoner and the warden, holding the keys in my own pocket, yeah, pretending I was stuck. I see it now. True freedom is the absence of effort. It's the presence of self-control. It's not escaping responsibility. It's embracing it, knowing that I have the power to respond with strength, purpose, and choice. Freedom is not drifting through the day. Freedom is waking up with a reason and deciding to leave it out. Resilience told me I was free when I skipped the hard work, but all it did was trap me in guilt and regret. I avoided effort to protect my energy, but instead I drained my soul. I chose comfort to avoid struggle, but I also avoided goals, purpose, and pride. Now I understand true freedom is not doing nothing. True freedom is doing what matters, even when it's difficult. It's the ability to say no to distraction and yes to discipline. It's the quiet victory of finishing what you started. It's the deep breath at the end of the day when you know you gave your best, not because someone told you to, but because you chose to. I used to think freedom was a wide open space. Now I see it's a narrow path, one I must walk with intention. It requires saying no to things that steal my time. It demands that I rise above moods and feelings, but strangely, it makes me feel more alive than ever before. The more I show up for myself, the more I feel free, freed from doubt, free from the noise, free from the weight of someday. I'm no longer waiting for the perfect time. I'm creating it right here, right now, with the choices I make each day. Restlessness still whispers, it always will. It tells me I've done enough, that less is better, that no one will notice if I quit early, but I learned how to answer it. I say I notice, I care, and I'm not doing this for anyone else. I'm doing it for me. This journey isn't about being constantly productive. It's about being constantly present. It's about living with integrity, even when no one's watching. It's about being the kind of person I can count on, not just in big moments, but in the ordinary, quiet hours where no applause exists. And here's the greatest truth. If found discipline once built becomes a form of love, the love you give to your future self, the respect to show to your own time, the grace you extend to your dreams by not giving up on them. I'm not perfect, I'm not always strong, but I'm committed. I am awake and I'm free not because everything is easy, but because I've taken responsibility for who I'm becoming. This is my fourth declaration. It is not a goodbye to restlessness alone, but a hello to freedom, a freedom earned, not granted, a freedom chosen, not stumbled into, a freedom that lives not in leisure, but in purpose. And now I walk forward not to escape life, but to meet it fully, perilously, and free. Title or Declaration of Goodbye to Restlessness. Part 5. Now I believe in myself. There was a time when I doubted everything about myself. I doubted my ability to finish things. I doubted my energy, my discipline, my worth. I doubted that I could ever become someone who followed through, someone others could trust, someone I could trust. Restlessness was never just about being tired. It was a mask I wore to hide from the crushing weight of self-doubt. It was easier to pretend I didn't care than to face the fear that I might try my best and still not be good enough. But here I am now, standing in a different place, not because I've achieved everything, not because I've suddenly become someone perfect, but because I've walked through the fire of self-disappointment and chosen again and again not to give up on myself. That choice, that quiet, daily choice to try again, is where belief again begins. Belief doesn't come in a lightning strike. It comes in the small decisions I make when no one is watching. Waking up when I said I would, when starting even when I feel behind, continuing even when I feel like quitting. That is where belief is born, not from a speech but from action. I used to look at other people and think they are just built differently. I thought they had something I didn't. More energy, more motivation, more luck. But I know better now. The people who keep going don't always feel ready. They simply made a habit of showing up anyway. That's all I'm doing now, showing up for myself. Every time I do what I promise myself I would do, even something small, I rebuild the bridge of trust between who I am and who I want to be. That bridge was broken before. Now it's strong. Now it holds me up when I start to fall back into old patterns. I believe in myself now, not because I never fail, but because I keep going after I fail. I believe in myself because I've seen what happens when I fight for my future, even when the fight is slow and quiet and unglamorous. Resilience still beats as it always will. It waits at the door, especially when I'm tired, overwhelmed, or unsure. But now I recognize it not as a friend offering comfort, but as a thief trying to steal my time, my budget, my potential, and I don't let it in because I have work to do, not just the kind that feels to do risks, but the kind that feels right. I have future that depends on today's discipline. I have voice that deserves to be heard. I have dream that on become reality without my effort. And most of all, I have a soul that deserves the dignity of self-belief. This belief isn't loud, it doesn't shout or boast, it's quite steady, calm. It's the kind of belief that lets me sleep at night knowing I'm doing my best. It's the kind that makes me lift my head even after a rough day and whisper, I'm still proud of you. And maybe that's the greatest freedom of all, to stop chasing perfection and start trusting progress, to stop running from who I was and start working toward who I can be, to know deep in my bones that I'm not broken, I'm becoming. This is my peeps declaration, not a war against restlessness, but a peace with myself, peace earned through persistence, peace rooted in truth, peace that says you are capable, you are worthy, you are enough, keep going. And so with every sunrise, I rise with every challenge, I try with every failure, I run, and with every breath, I build a life that reflects belief, not in some distant version of me, but in the person I'm right now, because now I finally believe in myself. Title: A Declaration of Goodbye to Laziness. Part 6: Becoming Small but Strong. For a long time, I believed that change had to be loud, that success had to be dramatic, that if I wanted to become someone new, I needed to transform overnight. I waited for the perfect moment, the big spark, the sudden motivation, the sweeping shift that would turn my entire life around. But the moment never came. What came instead were small chances, tiny, quiet, ordinary opportunities to choose differently, to wake up on time, to write a few words, to move my body, to say no to distraction, to say yes to discipline. These moments didn't feel heroic, they felt insignificant, forgettable, but I chose them anyway, again and again and again. And now I understand. Real change doesn't arrive in grand gestures. It arrives in quiet persistence, in invisible victories, in moments no one claps for, because strength isn't built in loud moments, it's built in silent ones. I used to think I needed to become someone big to be strong, but now I know it's not about being big. It's about being solid. It's about showing up, no matter how small the step may seem, and doing it with intention. It's about becoming someone who is small but strong, the kind of person who holds the line even when no one else is watching. Restlessness afford me a comfortable life, but comfort without growth becomes a slow death. It numbs you, it steals your dreams, one quiet hour at a time. I let it control me for too long, not because I was weak, but because I didn't yet realize that strength is a choice, a quiet one, a small one, a daily one. Now I choose differently. I don't wake up every day feeling powerful, but I wake up knowing I have decision to make. And in those first few moments of the morning, when my mind begs for more rest, when the voice of doubt whispers again, I speak back. You've come too far to stop now. It's time. I act in alignment with the person I want to become. I carve out a stronger version of myself, one who doesn't rely on mood or motivation but on values, one who doesn't wait for perfect time but creates it, one who doesn't fear being small as long as I keep moving forward. Because I've learned this, strength is not size, strength is repetition, strength is the courage to keep going even when no one sees your effort. It's the decision to rise, to build, to keep pace with your future, even when it feels like nothing is changing. But everything is changing slowly, quietly, deeply. I've stopped measuring progress in dramatic outcomes. Now I measure it in consistency, in how many times I showed up, in how many times I chose effort over excuse, in how many days I refused to let redness win. And because of that, I'm becoming someone I never thought I could be. Someone who trusts the process, someone who finds joy in the work, someone who keeps promises to themselves, someone who is finally strong, not because I'm invincible, but because I'm committed. I don't need to shout. I don't need to impress. I just need to keep going. This is my sixth declaration, a goodbye to the old idea that power is loud and immediate, and a hello to the truth that strength is quiet, that growth is slow, that the small step taken with the heart can carry the weight of 1,000 dreams. I am small, yes, but I'm strong, and that is more than enough. Title or declaration of goodbye to restlessness. Part 7. The decision to go all the way. I've started many things in my life, new habits, new projects, new dreams, but finishing has always been the hard part. somewhere in the middle, when the excitement fades and the reality of Apple sets in, I used to retreat. I would tell myself maybe it wasn't the right time, or maybe I wasn't cut out for this. And so I would stop again and again. But not this time. This time I made a quiet decision, a deep and final decision, not just to begin, not to finish it, not just to wish, but to walk, not just to dream, but to deliver. I decide to go all the way. I know now that the middle is where most people give up, not because they are weak, but because the middle is where the mind begins to fight back. It whispers things like, "This is too hard," or "You are not moving fast enough," or "What's the point?" But I've trained myself to answer those voices with a calm, steady reply. I'm not here to be perfect. I'm here to finish. Restlessness still shows up, dressed in comfort and distraction, but I've stopped opening the door, not because I've become superhuman, but because I've finally made a deeper commitment than I ever had before. A commitment to the end, a commitment to my future self, a commitment to prove to the world, and more importantly, to myself, that I can see something through. Progress may be slow, mistakes may happen. There will be days I stumble and days I want to run away, but no matter how long it takes or how far the road stretches, I will keep going, not to impress anyone, not to prove anything, but because I owe it to myself to know what it feels right to finish what I started. There is something sacred in persistence, something noble about simply not giving up. In a world obsessed with instant results, I choose endurance. In a time when people quit halfway, I choose the long haul, because the finish line is not just a place, it's a transformation. It's what happens inside me when I refuse to let restlessness steal another chapter from my story. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a declaration. I will not stop until I get there. There is power in a quiet, unshakable decision. Power that doesn't scream but whispers. No matter how long it takes, I'm going all the way. I may not know how hard, hard the path will be, but I know this, I will not quit in the middle again. I will walk through every wall of doubt, every wave of fatigue, every lonely mile, because I have chosen to go further than I have had before. This is my seventh declaration, not just a goodbye to restlessness, but a hello to unwavering commitment, a hello to the final stretch, a hello to the stronger, more peaceful version of me waiting at the end, and I'll meet that version of myself soon, because this time I'm going all the way. Title: A Declaration of Goodbye to Restlessness. Part 8. No more comparison, just my own pace. There was time when I believed I was behind my peers, behind my goals, behind the life I thought I should be living by now. Every scroll through social media felt like a reminder. You are not doing enough. You are not moving fast enough. You are falling behind. And so I rushed. I forced myself into rhythms that didn't belong to me. I tried to run at someone else's pace, with someone else's dreams, in someone else's rain, and all it did was adjust me and pull me further away from myself. But now I know the truth. There is no race, there is no finish line where someone hands you a medal for arriving early. Life doesn't reward speed, it rewards authenticity, and the most courageous thing I can do is to walk my path in my own time with my own 2 feet. So today I say goodbye to comparison, goodbye to the voice that says you are not enough, and hello to the quiet rhythm of my own becoming. I wasn't made to be like anyone else, and that is not a flaw, it is a gift, because my pace, though slower, is rooted. My growth, though quieter, is real, and my story, though different, is mine. Restlessness loves comparison because When we look at others too long, we begin to doubt our own path. We stop, we sit, we shrink, not because we lack ability, but because we lose clarity. So now I stop looking sideways. I start counting other people's milestones, and I start trusting the small, consistent steps I take every single day. Because every step I take is taking me somewhere beautiful, even if no one sees it. Even if it's not past, even if it doesn't look impressive to the outside world, this is not their journey, this is mine, and I honor it not by rushing through it, but by living it free. So let them run, let them shine. Let them have their moments. My moment is coming too slowly, quietly, and powerfully because I'm no longer trying to catch up. I'm running to walk at the pace of peace. This is my eighth declaration, a promise to myself to stop measuring my life by someone else's timeline, to stop doubting my past just because it looks different, to stop punishing myself for not being there yet. There is no there is only now. And right now, I'm exactly where I need to be. No more comparison, no more pressure. Just me moving forward at my own pace. Title or Declaration of Goodbye to Restlessness, Part 9, focus on this moment. I've spent so much of my life in places I couldn't touch. Places like someday, or maybe later, or what if. I wandered through the past, replaying old mistakes like broken records, and I tiptoed through the future, imagining disasters that never came. But rarely did I live here in the now. Now was never loud enough. It didn't demand my attention the way regret or worry did. It just waited patiently while I drifted away again and again. But I'm tired of drifting. I've learned that business doesn't always look like doing nothing. Sometimes restlessness is allowing my mind to scatter, to escape the present because the present feels uncomfortable or unimportant or slow. But here's what I've come to realize: the present is the only place where anything real can happen. The only place where change begins, where growth takes root, where peace can be found. So now I choose to come back to the moment I'm living, back to this breeze, back to this small, beautiful second that's quietly passing by. I'm running that focus is a kind of love, a kind of respect when I give my full attention to what I'm doing, even if it's small. I'm honoring life itself. So I put down my phone. I turn off the noise. I look around. The light falling on the table. The sound of wind brushing against the window. The slow rhythm of my own heartbeat. These things are not nothing. They are everything. They are ripe, whispering, you are here. Don't miss it. Restlessness fades when I become present. Because when I am free here, even folding laundry can feel meaningful. Even washing dishes can be a moment of quiet joy. Even sitting in stillness becomes a form of movement. I no longer chase the future. I no longer rewrite the past. I choose this moment again and again and again. This is my means declaration, a farewell to distraction, a goodbye to drifting, and a new path to live deeply, right here, right now, because I don't want to look back one day and realize that I missed the very life I was trying to build. I want to feel it, hold it, cherish it now. No more waiting for the perfect time. This is the time. No more escaping from discomfort. This is the place where I run, heal, and grow. So I breathe, I focus, I return to this moment, not because I have to, but because I finally understand that now is all I ever truly had. And now is more than enough title or declaration of goodbye to restlessness. Part 10, believe in the power of small actions. For a long time, I thought change had to be dramatic, loud, visible, impressive. I thought that in order to improve my life, I had to make huge, sweeping moves, big goals, big decisions, big results. But the truth is, most change does look like a thunderstorm. It looks like a single drop of water falling again and again, slowly shaping the rock beneath it. It's quiet, it's steady, and it's unbelievable powerful. Resilience often convinces me the small things don't matter. They won't work out or make a difference. that one page on finish the book, that 5 minutes of meditation on change your life, but that's right, because everything starts small, every transformation begins with one step, one act of courage, one moment of choosing action over avoidance. The habit of showing up just once, just today, is how mountains move. Success is a grand explosion. It's the result of consistent sparks, tiny daily decisions that seem invisible until one day they become undeniable. So today I choose the small things. I choose to wake up and make my bed, to drink water before coffee, to stretch for 5 minutes, to read one page, to write one paragraph, to take one mindful breath, because I no longer underestimate the power of these choices. They are the bricks that build resilience. They are the roots that keep me grounded. They are the whispers that say you are becoming. This is my 10th declaration, a promise to honor every small effort I make, to stop waiting for motivation and start acting on discipline, to stop chasing perfection and start celebrating progress. I may not always feel inspired. I may not always see the results right away, but I will keep showing up, because that is the true opposite of laziness, not intensity but consistency. I will no longer be little the small, because the small, when repeat becomes unshakable. So I keep going, even when it feels boring, even when it feels slow, even when no one else sees it, because I see it. And one day I look back and realize those tiny actions were the turning points all along. One step, one choice, one breath at a time. That's how I say goodbye to laziness, by simply moving forward again and again. English word authentic, exhausted, milestone, vulnerable, comparison, distract, consistent, distraction, perseverance, transformation, momentum, intentional, integrity, clarity, embrace, reserve, discipline, prioritize, gratitude, consistency, accountability, initiative, resilience, meditation, impatient, vulnerability, self-doubt, discomfort, reassurance, neglect, focus, momentum, impulsive, gratify, inconsistent, procrastination, determination, reflection, achievement, persistence, intent, momentum, prioritize, embrace, contribute, accountability, consistency, clarity, reserve, gratitude, saying goodbye to restlessness. Hey, have you ever thought about making an authentic change in your life? Honestly, I struggle a lot with procrastination and distractions. Yeah, me too. But I learned that discipline and consistency and the keys to success. That makes sense. I also want to build my resilience too, so I don't give up after failure. Exactly, one thing that really helped me is practicing gratitude every day. I should try that also. Avoiding distractions like social media helps me focus better. And don't forget the power of small wins. They create momentum for bigger goals. I like that sometimes I feel overwhelmed, but I try to prioritize small actions. That's the spirit. Remember, accountability helps. Tell someone your goals to stay motivated. Thanks for the advice. I start today with some meditation to calm my mind. Perfect small steps steady progress, and you will say goodbye to laziness for good. Saying goodbye to laziness extended version. Hey, have you ever thought about making a something change in your life? I mean a change that really lasts. Honestly, I struggle a lot with procrastination and distraction. Social media is a huge problem for me. Yeah, that's common. But I found that having good discipline and setting clear prior, prioritize really helps. How do you maintain your motivation when things get tough? It's not easy, but I practice meditation and remind myself of my purpose every day that keeps my mind focused. That sounds helpful. I sometimes lose my momentum after a failure. That's why building resilience is so important. It helps you bounce back quickly. I also want to improve my time management skills. I waste too much time. One trick is to reduce distractions, turn off unnecessary notifications, and create a quiet workspace. I'm going to try that. What about dealing with self-doubt? Sometimes I feel like I'm not good enough. That's normal, but try to practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself and focus on your progress, not perfection. I do that. Also, how do you keep accountability? I often lose track of my goals. Sharing your goals with a friend or mentor creates accountability. It makes you more likely to follow through. Great advice. I'm always trying to build better habits. I heard that it takes about 21 days to form a habit. Yes, and consistency is key. Even on bad days, try to do a little so you don't lose your momentum. Thanks for all the tips. I'm feeling more optimistic about changing my life now. That's the right attitude. Remember, every step forward is progress, no matter how small. I'm ready to say goodbye to laziness and hello to a productive life.